Welcome in, everyone. It's a Saturday morning, and of course, it's time for a little news for you. Bama news, and we've got another big commitment here on a Saturday morning, and that would be the four-star defensive back, Jamarrion Gordon. He commits to Alabama today. Gordon is the first 2026 recruit to commit to Alabama under Coach Kalen DeBoer. So welcome aboard. He tells On3's Hayes Fawcett that this decision was a no-brainer. I needed to stay home and make this state better. And so the guy has committed, and we are, of course, covering this story. We'll jump on live with Mick Gillespie and see what Mick has to say about the news here this morning. And we'll wait for your comments. We'd love to hear from you. But, yeah, it's official. We knew he was going to be announcing this morning. Jamarrion, better known as Juice Gordon, from Jackson, Alabama, committing to Alabama this morning. Mickster, how are you?
Hey, roll tide, man. Roll tide.
What do you think?
Not a bad start to the day. When you talk about getting the juice, I think it's a big pickup for Alabama as they try to build that 26 class. All those guys that left in the secondary when Nick Saban retired, now it's about trying to go back out and get as many guys talent-wise that you can to rebuild the group. And I'm excited about it. You keep an in-state prospect. Here's a guy that's been offered by a bunch of schools. Auburn would have liked to have gotten him. Oregon, Dan Lanning, all of those schools that liked him. Even Rich Rod was going to try to keep him right there in his hometown. But we net another one to Alabama.
Yeah, he wanted to make this decision. He said before he made a decision, he said on his X account that he knew where he wanted to go. He wanted to get it out of the way before his junior season. As a matter of fact, his quote was, "After careful consideration of going through the recruitment process, I know where home is." And that was kind of a hint a little bit, I think. I'll be committing tomorrow before going to my junior season. That was yesterday. This is today. And he commits to Alabama, and it's a big commitment, and it's one that, like I mentioned in the opening, Gordon is the first 2026 recruit to commit to Coach Kalen DeBoer in Alabama.
Yeah, how about that, man? That's crazy. On3 has him as a 3-star, 24/7, 3-star, 4-star Rivals. ESPN hasn't ranked him yet. But 6', 175. He's a guy with a bunch of speed. So Alabama's got the juice loose now. He'll continue to pick up, as far as the stars go and all of that stuff, when you get closer to 26. I think everybody kind of concentrates on 25, but building that secondary has been such a big deal. Maurice Lindquist, who's Alabama's secondaries coach, has come from when he was over at Cincinnati. I mean, when you talk about two guys on the corner spots that were great. Remember Kobe Bryant, and then what was the other guy's name? Sauce. He had Sauce Gardner. So now he's got Juice and Sauce, right?
Nice.
But they were, when he was at Cincinnati, that was one of the biggest strengths of that team was that secondary. So Alabama trying to get back to that this year could be pretty rough with all of the guys that took off for other programs. But what we're seeing is they're rebuilding with a little bit in the transfer portal and a lot with high school recruits.
He tells Hayes Fawcett from On3 that this decision was a no-brainer. I needed to stay home and make this state better. That's what he said this morning.
Yeah, that's exciting. I mean, it also shows how the transition from Nick Saban, who seemed to get everyone that he wanted, to Coach DeBoer is, I don't want to say it's seamless because you can't replace Nick Saban. I mean, he's the greatest coach to ever do it. But I don't know that anyone could have come in and done a better job. Maybe Kirby Smart, but at the same time, I mean, it's not like I've seen Alabama take a step back in any area with Coach DeBoer and his staff. And the biggest worry I had was when those guys came in, were they going to understand that you win championships getting the core of your team with in-state and, radius guys, right? Guys that are in the 5-mile radius of Tuscaloosa. There's enough talent there to have a dynasty. We've seen that, not just with Nick Saban. I mean, we saw that with Bear Bryant, and so you got to take care of the in-state guys. And the fact that you can go out and get guys from California and Texas and, New Jersey and Maryland is important too, because you can add some really good pieces there. But the core of your program has to be Alabama and radius players. And this staff, Courtney Morgan, I saw an interview where he was talking about that on 24/7 Sports. He gets that. And that was what I was worried about. Was he going to get that or not? Were they going to come in and go, hey, we can get anybody we want? You got to get the in-state guys. And they're doing that. And here's another great example in that 26 class.
Yeah, as we look at things, and Andrew Bone made a great point on X and a great tidbit here. He's on one of only 3 in-state rising juniors so far that has been offered by Kalen DeBoer. And he went on a visit. What was it? I forgot the date. It's been pretty recent, but he left with an offer from Alabama. And I think once he had that offer in his back pocket, that pretty much sealed the deal for him.
Yeah, shout out to all you guys. Coach Smoot, good to see you, man. Hope you're having a good Saturday. William, hey, Roll Tide. Austin, yeah, it's Big Sexy on that side. Now there we go. Big E, James, hey, man, all you guys, great day for Alabama with this pickup. And Roll Tide as we just kind of give you a little tidbit of what's going on. So pretty big day. We kind of knew this was coming. I got to give, all the people that work on this stuff a lot of credit for kind of tipping us off on what's going on. And, hopefully this is just the start of what could be potentially a number 1 class for Alabama. But it's got to start somewhere, Brett. It's got to start somewhere.
Yes, it does. Well, that's the news for the morning. And Mick, I'm excited about it. It's a Saturday. Hope everybody enjoys the weekend. And what you got on tap today, man? It looks like you hadn't made the bed yet.
No, I haven't made the bed. I'm about to go get some exercise. But we were in in kind of hold mode here, waiting on this to drop. And so we knew that this was probably going to happen. But to see it officially happen, it's a good day for Alabama. It's a good win over all their rivals. But I'll tell you the last thing I want to say about Juice is that you want guys like him, good-looking kid, obviously loves Alabama, to be part of your program, right? Mbakwe was a guy like that in the class that just signed and came to Alabama, because those guys go out and they recruit other players that love Alabama too, or they can explain the love of Alabama. A great example, I'll use me, my nephew got offers to go to college anywhere. All over the country. And he ended up getting a pretty much a full ride to Alabama. And I said, don't call me and ask me unless you want me to tell you to come to Alabama. And, this is from Baltimore, because you're going to love this place. I don't want to influence you too much, but I love Alabama. And he's coming to Alabama. You got to have those people.
Alabama.
Man, you got to have those people that get what Alabama's all about, to go out there and try to get people to understand why it's so special. But it is a special place, man. So Roll Tide, and great pickup for Alabama. And we'll keep an eye on the recruiting stuff.
All right,
and everything else. We'll talk to you guys in the morning, unless something else breaks, which you never know.
That's right.
Hey, the last thing I want to say though, Brett, before we get off here, is that Father's Day is coming up, and you're going, man, what am I going to get, Dad? You can go right to New Life Art. Take advantage of this promo code, man. I mean, This is 25% off your order if you use the promo code Bama Tailgate. And that's like all those like classic prints that you want to pimp your man cave out with. You can get
the greatest hits.
Think about this. Like if I had one in this hotel room right here, how great it would be. Nick Saban on the sideline. Maybe I want some of the ones from the Gene Stallings days. Maybe, who knows what, you just go through and pick what you want, but 25% off using that promo code.
See, Mick, normally, everyone, when they travel, they carry something from home to kind of remind them of home. When Mick checks into hotels, he gets his bags, then he gets 2 prints from New Life Art, and he hangs them on the wall there in his hotel. That way he feels like he's at home.
Yeah, that's right. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and roll tide. Congratulations to the Deuce.